Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your January reading. Hope you're having a good month so far. We're kind of in the middle of January already, so this reading will cover the next 2 to 3 weeks. It might spill over a little bit into February. That's okay. My readings generally tend to cover 2 to 3 weeks ahead. So without further ado, let me pull a general energy for you. This is going to be relevant to all Virgos, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Or if you just have a lot of Virgo in your chart and you connect to Virgo energy, welcome. Okay, overall energy for you over the next couple weeks, Virgo, is the Moon. Very interesting. And at the bottom of the deck, we got the Universe. So I'm going to pull that Universe out as well. Well, look at that. And right behind that, coming in, the Two of Cups. All right, that stuff's coming in further down the line, not this month, but, not in the next 2 to 3 weeks, but soon, could be soon. So pretty interesting. But for the next couple of weeks, we have the Moon as your overall energy. The Moon is very creative. The Moon is very feminine energy. Moon talks about sleep when we talk about the senses. So we talk about our dreams, we talk about our desires, things that are unconscious within us that we bring forward. Sometimes, without really understanding why we feel a certain way, the Moon can shed light on that, or we can meditate on the Moon to figure out why do we feel a certain way? Why are we acting a certain way? Now, the less talked about interpretation of the Moon, which I sometimes find relevant, and I'm finding it relevant right now, is talking about repeating patterns of karmic lessons that we go through that motivate us to move forward throughout not just this life, but other lives. So lessons that we have learned in past lives that we bring with us into this life, and lessons that we learn in this life that we bring forward into future lives or parallel lives, however you view time. Time is a whole other thing we could discuss, which we won't get into now, but time being a product. Physicists right now talk about time as being an effect. So there is something that there is the cause, and then time is the effect. And time is the manifestation of two quantum, I'm probably getting it all wrong, but of two quantum interactions, and then you have time as the effect. So whole interesting concept there of time. If you're interested, I would suggest that you look up Carlo Rovelli's books on time. Very interesting. He's an Italian physicist, and he explains things beautifully. But anyway, let's move on to the tarot. Let's see how you're feeling right now, Virgo. How are you feeling right now? You're very hopeful. You're the star right now. Lovely energy. So the star talks about feeling connected with the universe, being at one with the universe. It's also another imagination card, just like the Moon. So very creative. And it's ruled by Aquarius. So you get that creative, out-of-the-box kind of thinking with the star. So that's how you're feeling. You're feeling pretty creative right now. I like it. Pretty innovative. All right, what's the reality of your situation right now, Virgo? We got the Devil coming in for you. It's the reality of your situation. So you're bound to something. We'll pull clarifiers in a minute. But the Devil, the less talked about interpretation again of the Devil, is just having a good sense of humor about things. So you may be feeling unusually mirthful or mischievous in a kind of comical way. You're kind of feeling like a jokester right now, or you want to crack jokes at everything, or you just want to laugh at things. That's totally cool. We'll pull some clarifiers on that Devil situation. What's what what it's saying about the reality of your situation right now. It could be that you're just not seeing the way something has been keeping you chained to a situation. Maybe you're chained to a situation that, I don't want to say that isn't serving you, but maybe you're just locked into a situation right now, and that's just the way it is. That happens sometimes. Maybe that's why I was talking about those cyclical, why did I say receding? Well, maybe this situation could be receding. It's receding from your life right now. But maybe that's why I was talking about those, spirit kind of stuck in my head, that karmic cycle of events. Maybe this is the time where you are just bound to a certain situation to learn a lesson from it. But let's get what's coming towards you. What's coming towards you right now? Ooh, so many cards. Too many cards. I cannot interpret all of these cards. I'm going to put them back. It's just too many cards turned around. Okay, what's coming towards... There's a lot coming towards you, Virgo, I guess. What's coming towards Virgo right now? All right, we got the High Priestess coming towards you right now. So the High Priestess talking about intuition, listening to your intuition. High Priestess can also talk about a teacher, somebody that is wise, someone who gives you good advice, somebody that you seek out for advice. That person could be coming in towards you. Interesting to note also that the High Priestess is ruled by the moon. And so we have the moon up there also talking about the energies that are ruling you over the next few weeks, Virgo. So you might want to check and see what's going on with your moon sign. If you know what your moon sign is, you might want to listen to the corresponding reading for that moon sign. Or you might want to just check out where your moon is in your chart and see what's happening there, or see where the moon is transiting in your chart right now and see what that says to you, how that's affecting you. But coming towards you is a greater sense of intuition, wisdom, creativity. The High Priestess is also creative. She's also a little bit distanced. So if you've been feeling overly emotional about a situation, you may be able to gain that emotional clarity, that distance, that detachment, that a little bit of that emotional detachment may be coming towards you. You may be able to get your emotions in check if you've been overly emotional. Okay, let's see. What's your advice? What's the advice coming in for Virgo? What's your advice coming in for Virgo, please, Spirit? Okay, well, you got two cards. You got the Page of Pentacles and Temperance coming in as your advice. So the Page of Pentacles always talks to me about studying and learning and assessing and reviewing where all the lessons that you learned in the past. Again, we're getting this, I'm really getting this strongly, this past, the need to assess situations from the past and understand that they were learning experiences and really evaluate what you learned from them and how you can take those lessons and apply them in the future. You also have Temperance as your advice. Temperance talking about being patient, being calm, knowing that the universe has your back. There's an umbrella over this woman's head. You know, she's being kept safe from the elements with that umbrella. Not too much sun. She's not going to get sunburned with that umbrella over her head, and she's not going to get soaked by any rainstorms that may fall as well. She's also got these two birds. She's got one bird in her hand. Can't tell what kind of a bird that is. It looks like a pheasant of some sort. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. She's got one bird in her hand and the other bird is flying away. So this is talking to me sometimes about, you know, actually being able to connect with spirit, and that could be another connection to that High Priestess card, where you're able in the next few weeks to really meditate and connect to source and gain deep insight just through your own quiet, still, internal meditation and exploration of your own knowledge and your own wisdom, and trusting that your wisdom is as valuable as anybody else's. Listening to that deep inner voice, moving from the Page of Pentacles, the eternal student, understanding how much work you've done to get to this point, and knowing that you will be able to move forward and kind of develop and blossom into that High Priestess. Okay, let's get some clarifiers for you. Let's see, let's talk a little more about these cards. And when I was meditating on your energy, I was getting like a heavier vibe for you. Out of all the readings I've done tonight, yours was kind of the heavier vibe. So I feel like, you're not depressed. I'm not going to say that. You're just in a more down-to-earth, realistic kind of assessing vibe right now. Kind of a eyes wide open kind of vibe. You're not deluding yourself. You're not fooling yourself about anything. You want to face the truth head on as a true Virgo. You're like, give me the facts. I'm going to face them right now. And here comes my dog. Sorry about that. You probably heard her. And she brought her chicken ship with her. So she might make some noise. But that's okay, because she's adorable and super cute. All right, so let's see. Let's get the star coming in. Let's get a clarifier on the star, please. We got the King of Cups. All right, so you're feeling like the universe does have your back. The King of Cups is a very supportive energy, very gentle energy, very loving energy. The King of Cups says, I got you. I got you. And you're feeling connected. You're feeling connected to the universe, connected to everything, feeling safe, knowing that even though things may not be going your way and may not be perfect, that's okay, because you are you'll always be able to take care of yourself. You'll always be protected. You'll always be taken care of. You'll always be okay. And I think you've come into that realization. That's how you're feeling right now. Let's get clarifier on that Devil card. Because that is the big question in the deck, right? Why the Devil coming out? What's going on there? What's going on with the Devil? All right. So I got 3 cards that popped out for you, clarifying the Devil. We got the 7 of Pentacles right here. And you see the 7 of Pentacles is called failure in this deck. It's a Thoth-based deck, this deck. And in the Thoth deck, the 7 of Pentacles talks about the fear of failure. Not actual failure, but the idea that, what you think about, you bring about. And when you get the 7 of Pentacles, what that says is you are you're binding yourself to a negative outcome, because that's all you're thinking about is the negative outcome. So when you get the 7 of Pentacles, it's like a warning card telling us that we need to get out of that. See how she's drawing those circles in the sand? She's just circles and circles and circles and surrounding yourself with more and more circles. You need to get out of that ripple thought pattern of failure, whatever that means to you, that things don't work out for you. And the other 2 cards that we got here are the 8 of Cups and the 2 of Cups. So the 8 of Cups in this deck is called Indolence, which is an interesting name for a deck. That's an older, I guess that was a word that was used a lot in the early 1900s, indolence. We don't use it that much anymore, and so I think that the meaning of the word back then is probably different than the meaning that we attribute to it now. How language evolves and changes. But the 8 of Cups is definitely a card of walking away from situations that are not the most positive situations for us. It's saying, you know what? And it doesn't even have to be in a really negative situation. It can just be, this situation is not leading me to my highest good. It's not productive. It's not a good situation for me. It's not teaching me anything new anymore. And so I'm going to head off in the opposite direction. I'm going to go look for those 2 cups of new insight and love. And you know, you got the Eight of Cups and the Two of Cups coming out as clarifiers with, you know, the Love card. Two of Cups for me really is a love card. It's a card of being with another individual and all you see is that other person. And sometimes the Two of Cups cards just talks about partnership, right? If we're strictly doing a work or career spread, the Two of Cups would be describing a very fruitful and productive partnership with someone else. But because we're getting this Devil here, and we're getting the Seven of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, and the Two of Cups, what I'm getting here is that the reality of your situation is that you cannot let go right now. For whatever reason, Virgo, you keep going back to a relationship or a series of relationships that just didn't work out. And you're kind of letting that weigh you down. You're tying your thoughts to those relationships. And so it's interesting because you don't feel like you're doing that. You feel like you have the King of Cups, but then the reality of your situation is saying that that's what you're doing. So let's get another clarifier on that. Seven of Cups, confusion on that Devil. So interesting. I think I'm going to switch to a different deck. Let's see, Virgo. Do we want to pull this deck? Let's pull from this deck and see. Actually, I'm going to pull my little baby cards and let's see. All right, why the Devil? Why the Devil? And I think that this is probably talking about how you're just going back and forth in your mind, right? About why did I have these negative experiences? Yeah, and the Queen of Wands coming out over the Devil. So what I'm understanding pretty clearly right now is that any past disappointments that you may have encountered, they were disappointments. You don't have to sugarcoat them and pretend like they weren't. They were disappointments. They didn't work out the way you wanted them to. They were necessary for your soul growth. And don't forget, we have the overall card energy, that Moon card. And I was getting deep messages with that Moon card. I was getting that reincarnation, that multiple karmic cycle thing happening with that Moon card. So important for you to remember that those disappointments were lessons, karmic lessons for you to experience so that you can move forward. Because the other thing that is really sticking out to me is the Eight of Cups and the Two of Cups, and that's 8 and 2 is 10. And add them together and you have the 10 of Cups. And clarifying, we also had, the Queen of Wands and then the 8 of Wands. So there is something new coming in for you. Okay, there is that 10 of Cups coming in for you. That 10 of Cups relationship is coming towards you. Without a doubt, and I got the Knight of Wands, messages, and I got the Lovers coming in. So the reality of your situation is that, yes, you had disappointments in the past, Virgo, but what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, basically. And those relationships are going to, or have prepared you for the grand relationship, the 10 of Cups relationship that is to come. Now, is it coming in the next 2 to 3 weeks? No. But you are gaining that understanding. You're evolving from the experiences, basically. And you can't ignore them. You have to embrace them. Your experiences make you who you are. And that's, I think, where that Devil is coming in. Ignoring them or pretending like they didn't take place, that doesn't yield growth. That doesn't take you to the next level. It's facing that shadow aspect. It's facing the negativity and then moving beyond it. Okay, let's get a clarifier on the High Priestess. And, I love it when that happens. What pops out but the High Priestess. So High Priestess clarifying the High Priestess. Gotta love it. All right, now the thing about the High Priestess in this deck is that she just cracks me up in this deck, because look at her. She's kind of like holding those two pillars, and what is that? What is that in front of her? It looks like it should be a book, right? If we're going to do the traditional interpretation of the High Priestess, she's holding the Book of Knowledge. But it's on this like pedestal with like what looks to be like a cord behind it, which always makes me think of a camera. And the way she's standing with her arms outstretched, it looks like she's performing. So this card cracks me up because it looks to me like she's dancing on camera, and she's giving a speech, or she's performing in some way, and she's just being utterly and completely fabulous. So what that says to me is what's coming towards you is you're getting in touch with the fabulous you inside of you. You're getting in touch with, you're owning how awesome you are, Virgo. And I just think that's fantastic. Any other clarifiers, any other messages coming through on that one? Got the Emperor. So that talks about taking control, being in control of your life, being the ruler of your own destiny. Could also be a very, powerful personality coming towards you. I wouldn't discount that either. It could be like an Emperor's ruled by Aries. Could be somebody with heavy Aries in their chart. But this is really you just shining and owning your awesomeness, standing really strong within it. All right, let's get a clarifier for the Page of Pentacles. Your advice. You got both of those cards as your advice. The Page of Pentacles and Temperance together. So let's see. Why the Page of Pentacles and Temperance, please, Spirit? Well, there you go. The 10 of Pentacles coming in to clarify. So how beautiful is that? We got the 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is solid, secure energy. It is wealth, right? That's what it's called on the card, wealth. I don't make this stuff up. And this card, this is the only card I've seen with these two people, this couple kind of around the tree, hugging the tree. Normally in the 10 of Pentacles, you see an older person talking to a younger person, and he is almost like passing down wisdom. Here you see this couple with their arms around the tree, embracing the tree. The meaning is kind of the same. It's tradition, it's wealth that extends beyond just your generation. So it's wealth that's handed down to you, wealth that you hand down to your children, to your family, to your loved ones. So your advice is to look at all of these experiences as lessons that you can pass down. You also got the 6 of Swords and the 6 of Cups coming together, clarifying. So the 6 of Swords talks about taking a journey, moving past troubled water to get to calmer shores. But the 6 of Swords in this deck is called Science. It talks about gathering data, studying. And that's kind of what we were talking about. All those past experiences were just data points that you've gathered that help move you towards the 6 of Cups, which is pleasure. 6 of Cups in this deck is called Pleasure. We talk about the 6 of Cups in traditional tarot as being a card of memories, or a card of, sometimes we talk about it as like past life relationships, karmic relationships that have come back into this current life. And that sure enough can be, and that goes along really well with our whole discussion about experiences that we take with us throughout our lifetimes that make us stronger and elevate us. So I'm kind of really liking that 6 of Cups card right there as the as a clarifier. Yeah, and then Queen of Cups, really getting in touch with your intuition and who you are as your advice, and sharing that knowledge. You know, the Six of Cups has children on it. We've got the ibis there on that Queen of Cups card, and we've got the moon again coming in. The Queen of Cups, to me, she's Cancer. I know some people consider her to be Scorpio, but for me, she's always Cancer, and Cancer ruled by the moon. So a lot of moon energy coming in for your reading here, Virgo. Very interesting, really beautiful. The moon is just so fraught with meaning and subconscious revelations. You're probably going through a lot of revelations right now. You're having epiphanies, probably, Virgo, is how I'm seeing it. Let's see what the Kipper deck has to say for you. Let's see what other things Kipper has to say. All right, well, very interesting. You got courtship. You got coffin. Now, the coffin does not mean literal death. It's like the death card. It's like a transition. It's one phase ending, another phase beginning. I think it's an end to, as we were saying earlier, an end to that negative thought pattern that you were thinking about relationships. You also got wealthy man, sorry. So for some of you, a wealthy man or woman, I mean, generally not, I try not to make these gender specific, but there is also like a wealthy woman in this deck. So the fact that we got the wealthy man wants to tell me that there could be a male energy coming in for you. And this person, this is a new person coming in for you, Virgo. This is somebody who has their act together. This is somebody who doesn't play games. This is somebody, so this coffin and this courtship thing, I think your days, if you're single, I think your days of being single are going to be over soon. I think this wealthy man is coming in to change all of that for you. Any other cards, Kipper? Concern, you've been worried. Worried about all those relationships. Anything else, Kipper? Mature woman, that always goes for me with that wealthy man card. Yeah, I think that there's no longer this you're leaving behind that kind of poverty mindset when it comes to relationships, and you're maturing. That's just the bottom line. Any concerns that you had about being able to move into a new relationship, I think they're leaving you. I think that I don't see you going into a new relationship in the next couple weeks, but I think that you are preparing yourself for a new relationship. And I think that the mindset is there. And that's what's happening right now. That's the clarity that you're gaining over the next few weeks, Virgo. Okay, let's pull a card here for you with the I have so many cards out on the table. All right, let's pull another oracle card for you. Let's pull the Nature's Whispers oracle for you. Let's get some advice for you. What advice do you have for Virgo, please? What advice would you like to share with Virgo, please, Spirit? Okay, Virgo, you got 3, which is kind of a lot, but I'll share them all with you. You got clear endeavor, vulnerability, and contemplation. Okay, so let me get the book and I will read these out to you right now. Actually, let's see. I wonder if I'm getting glare. Can I put them here? I'm so worried about the glare that I keep moving the cards over. Whoops, sorry about that. All right. Okay. So the first one is number 39, Clear Endeavor. Something you truly desire requires a bigger commitment from you, Virgo. This could be physical, emotional, or mental. Identify what your needs are at this time. Actually commit to this goal and be willing to put in the time to make it become reality. Commitment plus hard work will assist in bringing your goals to completion. Once you decide, give your best to everything that you do. It gives plenty of new opportunities for you to reach your goals in no time. Pay attention to signs along the way as nature works to assist you. Okay, now let's look at the next one, 34, Vulnerability. You may be feeling like you should withdraw. This is an opportunity to wait and regroup. You are in need of some rest and relaxation. You might even be feeling overwhelmed. Take some much needed downtime. Take in your surroundings. Notice the season and the changes that are taking place out in nature. Things are continually evolving. Think about the clouds you see in the sky. They are constantly moving, changing, and reshaping themselves. Allow yourself to connect with Mother Earth and nature in a deeper way. Align your rhythm with the heartbeat of the earth and slow your thoughts and emotions down. Trust that everything will work out. The signs that things work themselves out are all around you. Take notice. Okay, and number 29. Contemplation. Enjoy your own company. This is a wonderful time for you to reorganize and consider the things you enjoy most in your life. Make a point of spending a little time allowing your mind to wander away from the everyday concerns that occupy your time. Give yourself an opportunity to be inspired. Ruminate on your inner voice and listen to your own counsel. Okay, we were talking about that earlier with the High Priestess. Listen to your own counsel, your own wisdom, because you are quite wise, my Virgo friend. Yes, you are. People do come to you for advice quite a lot, so, you can give yourself advice as well. Okay, Virgo, I really hope you found this helpful. If you have any different interpretation of the cards, please drop them in the comment box below. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your month, Virgo, and I will catch you next time. All right, bye.